Yo, what is up, you guys? This is Justin, and before I do get started, I wanted to thank you guys for making me a part of your day. I had to re-record this like 14 times because, one, I did a whole commentary and my webcam was the microphone and I didn't know, and now I'm actually using my microphone. So, really quickly, I will preface this gameplay. It's a kill confirmed gameplay on the Ardennes Forest. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it was live, so you might actually hear my voice twice because I'm going to make the game volume as low as possible. This is actually pretty good gameplay because there was a contract to get a rare supply drop. You had to get 130 kills in 10 minutes, or not 10 minutes, 40 minutes, okay? Which is basically 3.5 kills a minute, okay? So that's around 30 kills per kill confirmed game, so that's a lot. Even here you go. Here's me getting a lot of kills right here. So that's a lot even for me, but I was super sweaty, try hard in this, and so I was actually pretty quiet for most of the gameplay. So I'm just going to use it as a commentary, and I'm going to talk about the good and the bad of Call of Duty World War II because there are actually a lot of my friends on my friends list that have either not played this or they're just not going to get. A lot of my friends, I'm older, so they've kind of quit Call of Duty, but I kind of want to give you guys, some good and bad stuff because there are some good and bad things about Call of Duty World War II. All right, so we'll talk about the good because I got plenty of bad. I feel like I'm a pretty objective person, but I am highly critical, especially of Call of Duty because I've kind of seen the way the game's going, right? But the good part about this game is that, well, I'll say it at the end. So the good part is that it feels like Call of Duty. So if you guys are like older, like Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, before they started doing all that advanced movement stuff, right? Like the jumping, double jumping, and wall running. If you're into that, I feel like it's a good game for you. Like if you want to play traditional Call of Duty. So I like that. It definitely feels like Call of Duty. That's good, right? So it definitely feels like old school Call of Duty. Another good thing is that it does favor. Okay, this is actually a good and a bad thing. So the maps are pretty small. Most of the maps are pretty small, and it makes the gameplay real tight and compact. So it makes that the SMGs are pretty useful. Okay, because I'm an SMG player. However, the shotguns are pretty terrible. So the fire shotgun pisses me off, but that's a whole different story. So SMGs are good. And I do like games where I can use SMGs because there are certain Call of Duties where it didn't favor SMGs or close quarters combat, and I'm more of a rushing type of person anyway. So if you watch my videos or seen any of my gameplay, you'll know like if I'm using a rifle, it's actually really hard for me to use an assault rifle. Other good things so far, it seems, I don't know, I'm not really into the like where it's going. Like I don't like go get up to date news. But it appears that all of the supply drops and all that stuff is cosmetic right now. So in Advanced Warfare, which is the last game I think Sledgehammer Games made, which made World War II, they used to do the supply drops and you can get better weapons. Okay, so which was kind of whack because it's like you can earn supply drops and get better weapons, or you can just buy a bunch of supply drops. So if the best gun in the game, like the best gun in the game in Advanced Warfare that I never actually got because I never put a dime into Advanced Warfare was the, I forgot what it was called. It was called the Speakeasy, I think. It was the Tommy gun with like a drum mag that was huge, right? And so I never got that gun, but I was like, I'll just buy it for $5 or something if you just let me buy it, but you had to do like supply drops. So it appears that they're not doing that right now, so I don't know if they plan on doing that, which means that they'll probably will do that. So that's good. They also appears that they're going to have a winter event coming out, I think it's tomorrow, that's going to give you free maps and free guns and stuff like that. So that appears to be good so far. Alright, so now on to the bad. I actually did a double record and messed that up. Okay, so the bad thing, or one of the bad things, is that the amount of maps on this game, if you watch my gameplay, you're probably like, why is he playing this level again? There's only like 8 or 9 maps. I'm not even entirely sure. I know War is a different game mode, but I don't really play War. So the idea of buying a game and only having 8 maps is pretty whack. The maps, and 2 of them are pretty terrible too. So the maps, 6 of them are okay. I do like some of the maps. I used to hate this map too, but it's okay now. And Gustav Cannon and Texas. I actually hate the Texas. So the USS Texas was a terrible map. Gustav Cannon isn't bad, but I don't really like it either. And so that means there's only like 6 maps that you get to play. Granted, we are getting a free map or whatever, but still, and there's a triple. But the maps, yeah, so like I think Modern Warfare 2 when it came out had 16 maps. So the idea that this game can release with like 9 maps is pretty whack. I just can't fathom it feels like I've only bought, I paid $60 or whatever. I actually paid whatever, $48 for Prime, you know? It feels like I've only got like half of the game. Like I got the beta testing version of the game, which is basically what happened for the first month. So that was pretty weak. All right, so there's the maps. They're terrible. It's incomplete, right? So the other part is the connection is pretty terrible too. So on this game, I actually was flown in. So I joined this game in progress. So I'm not the host, right? And I swear if it says everybody has 3 bars, but it's clear when I don't have it. Okay, so like I'm pretty sensitive to like timing and stuff, so I can tell when I don't have connection. But the idea that it says everybody has 3 bars when it doesn't is pretty stupid. Why do you have the bar system up there if it's not showing, like, you know, the connection is pretty terrible too. So this is actually the end of the game, and I tried to, oh shoot, I tried to avoid a tag to get it. So I gotta talk a little bit. You'll see the stats. Bitch. Another part of the game, and this is actually what made me stop playing Call of Duty Ghosts, is the snipers. Okay, the snipers are terribly infuriating on this game. Okay, so like the idea that snipers have a better time hitting me up close than from far away. So snipers will actually run at you because it's easier for them to do it. And I can go on like an entire video about this, but the snipers, they need to turn that shit off or turn it down or whatever. Okay, so you can't defend that because the idea that I can get quickscoped like repeatedly is kind of ridiculous. The snipers in Ghost, there was a time when I played on one of the maps. I think it was like the Robot Factory, and there was one game where I got sniped so many times, like turnaround snipe, jump snipe, quickscope snipe, and it was so easy for them to snipe that I never played Ghost again. Like I literally never turned the game on after that. And so like I'm pretty hardcore about the game, right? So the idea that, and I felt this way in a lot of games, you know, I felt this way in a lot of games before, and I'm starting to feel that way in Call of Duty World War II. So I probably, if anything's going to make me stop playing the game, it will be the snipers. So they need to turn that shit off, or they need to nerf that, or whatever, because you can't justify, like I can snipe, right? And I can snipe pretty good, like, and I am not a sniper at all. So, but those are the bad things. If you can get the game for $40, I think that's a pretty good deal. And if you already have live, $40 is good if you play zombies and campaign and all that stuff. But this video is already over. I haven't done this in a while, but those are the good and the bad. Let me know what you guys think about the good and the bad, and I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.